Hello and welcome out to 5-Star Retirement, where we break down the 5 key areas to really any retirement plan: income, investment, tax, healthcare, and estate. And today we're going to talk about a risk that I think is top of mind a lot, and that is inflation. If I were to say, what are the biggest risks you have to think about, I think everybody would guess inflation is one of them. But we're going to challenge you to think differently about this, where most advisors, and maybe even your plan, you've got inflation built out over time. And we have data to show that you might want to think about this maybe a little differently. And to help me do that today, joining me on the show is Mr. Andrew Tacochelli. Call him Taco. He is our Chief Operating Officer here at the firm. He's also a Master Registered Financial Consultant and a Retirement Income Certified Professional. Been with me for over 15 years. Yep. So, Andrew, we see this a lot. In fact, years ago, we used to even build inflation in, and then we start to see what actually clients are doing and what happens. And you have some just incredible story and analogy to think about here.
For sure. And
super simple, too,
it's very simple, and it's one of those things that, we've worked with thousands and thousands of retirees at this point, and usually that concern is coming in, well, I'm worried about inflation. I don't want to run out of money, which is a legit concern, right? But what we, kind of look at now is, as a retiree gets closer, or as they're closer to retirement or they're in retirement, think about your go-go years. And I'm going to call these maybe your 10 years post-retirement.
You feel good, you're go-go, you have the energy, you go out, you're getting after it,
your lifestyle,
you're going to spend a lot of time, and you want to do more then.
Absolutely. So the activities are going
Love
up.
that, go-go years.
And those activities cost money.
Yeah.
And the travel costs money. And so what we look at when we're building inflation is to really inflate those go-go years. Let's build inflation into those first 10 years post-retirement.
It's almost like front load it.
Exactly.
Front load more income than what you expect. Spend it during the go-go.
You got it, and that's what we see. This is facts. We see this with clients that's when they're spending the most money. We then enter usually a slow go.
Okay.
Slow go years, which these are going to be those years where you might still be feeling good, but the desire to stay super active, to travel internationally, is starting to wane.
Maybe you don't, one trip a year, you go to Florida, whatever it is, you're just not going as much.
Exactly. And so what we've seen is the income projections, or the income that we're providing, can now start to level off. A lot of your other expenses are starting to go down, so that income that we've planned for is still suffice. It's still allowing you to do all the things that you want to do. Final phase is the no-go years. This is, the times we don't really want to talk about potentially, but it's where
inevitable, by the way.
It's where we're homebodies at this point. We're not going anywhere. Expenses again coming way down, or those expenses are shifting more towards healthcare, things like that, which you should have a plan for that as well. But ultimately, inflating out, I used an example where somebody was taking $24,000 off of their investments per year. If you inflate that out for 30 years, like some people say to do, it has them taking $60,000+ a year at age 90. That doesn't happen. We see it all the time.
Yeah, unless there's a long-term illness, okay?
Correct.
Bottom line, you need a plan. That is the key. But we challenge you, get with us right away to understand how you can front-load inflation in an income strategy to be able to spend more in your go-go years. Give us a call, 800-878-6223, or visit my website, wasmithfinancial.com.